Ladies and gentlemen, we have a breaking story coming out of Myanmar this morning. Many fear dead after a 7.7 magnitude earthquake hit the region. Tremors felt across neighboring Thailand. We have footage of the quake itself, and some of it is devastating. A powerful quake rocked Myanmar. The 7.7 magnitude quake hit Myanmar near the city of Mandalay, with tremors felt across Thailand and in China. A strong aftershock of 6.4 magnitude also struck Myanmar, where 3 people have died after a mosque collapsed. The death toll is expected to rise into the hundreds, if not thousands, with Myanmar's ruling military saying many civilians were killed and or injured. In fact, buildings have collapsed in Bangkok. The quake triggered the collapse of buildings hundreds of miles away in Thailand. At least 3 people have died in the nation's capital as of late, and authorities are racing to free 81 people believed to be trapped under the rubble of a under-construction high-rise in the city, and we have footage of that as well. Now, the bad news is disaster response has been hindered. Myanmar, one of Asia's poorest nations, is reeling from a civil war sparked by a 2021 military coup. Weak infrastructure makes it ill-equipped to deal with major natural disasters. Swaths of the country are run by a patchwork of militias, making it extremely difficult to gather reliable information. The military also regularly cuts communication in conflict zones. You can see here one of those collapsed buildings, and we will show you video footage of that. Let's talk about some of the statistics. Friday's earthquake is certainly the largest to hit Myanmar since 1946 and is likely the strongest earthquake in modern times. The 1946 quake was estimated to be 7.6 to 7.7 and occurred along the same Saigon fault. Friday's quake is the first 7 magnitude or greater earthquake in Myanmar since 1991, when a 7 magnitude struck 100 miles north of Friday's. A 7.7 magnitude earthquake struck just across the border in China, about 200 miles east of the current quake back in 1988, killing 730 people. So that is the type of numbers we'll probably be looking at with this earthquake. And there we can see that quake in question. In Myanmar here is the 7.7, followed up by the 6.4. Let's take a look at some of the footage here. And we could see here a crane collapsing as some rooftop pools are emptying out there. And take a look at the magnitude of the swaying of these buildings. That must be absolutely terrifying. So all this footage is on our X, at Diamond the Dave, Oppenheimer Ranch Project, at Diamond the Dave, where you can follow all the updates that are breaking all day, including live action collapsing buildings. And we do have more close-up footage of that building, and we'll take a look at that right now. You can see it shift, and then it's boom time. So an absolute tragedy coming out of Thailand, probably influenced by this major coronal hole stream we've seen over the last 48 hours, pushing up plasma speed all the way up above 800 kilometers per second, stressing our planet and eventually triggering a major quake. And here is that massive coronal hole in question. Our hearts, thoughts, and prayers go out to all those affected in Burma, in Myanmar, as they wade through the wreckage. We'll have more updates tonight, later on our update around 8 p.m. Mountain Time. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel and be safe. And that is a boom.